Good morning. I'm Dorothy Griffith from the Affirming Action Committee, and I'm here actually just to whet your appetite to the stories told by 3 Indian residential school survivors. There's a book here that we're going to be adding to the Reconciliation Book Corner, and a video that we'll watch in a second. But they tell the stories of Esther, Bunny, and Stanley, who lived through those experiences. The stories are told in a very peaceful, calm, matter-of-fact way. So let's just watch the clip.
Sometimes the details are difficult to remember, but you can never really forget.
If Reverend Marshall was now in heaven, it was not the place where we wanted to go when we died.
There were many times that I was very hungry, and sometimes the worms danced on top of my porridge.
Many died from accidents and exposure, and their parents never learned of their fate.
I left residential school a broken spirit.
Of those spirit-broken boys or girls whom he took such pleasure in beating.
When I was 9 years old, my dear friend Moochum Joe told me to draw words on paper that told how bad Indian people were being treated, and to draw them true. 65 years later, Wawate, the book, was completed. Wawate tells the story of residential schools from the perspective of 3 of its survivors. They tell their very personal and often tragic stories so that all Canadians may find mutual healing and understanding.
Change is on the horizon. We need to know of this dark chapter of history if we are to see the sun rise upon all Canadians thriving in greater human harmony.
Nearly 2 years ago, with the help and generosity of friends and community leaders, we produced the Wawate Educational Documentary. Hello, I'm Bob Wells, author of Wawate. I think it's safe to say that our mission was successful. Wawate premiered this past February at the Kingston Canadian Film Festival. Thanks to overwhelming media and public support, the documentary premiered to a standing room only crowd. The event was capped off with an impassioned and inspirational speech by Chief Dr. Robert Joseph, Ambassador for Reconciliation Canada. Since then, Wawate has been embraced by both the Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities, and has had countless screenings for both schools and the public throughout Southern Ontario. It's been so rewarding being able to bring people together and to finally have discussions that even 10 years ago would have been impossible.
Esther's daughter, she watched it, and her comment was, "Now I understand why my mother is the way she is."
But our biggest success came just recently when the Wawate documentary was incorporated into a digital education toolkit produced by the Assembly of First Nations. I'm also pleased to announce that, as promised, Wawate is now available to the world at no cost on YouTube and wawate.com. Now we have a new challenge. This whole disaster occurred as a result of an educational system, and it's going to take an educational system to make a difference. In order for this to be a more inclusive teaching tool, a French version of Wawate is needed. Due to the independent nature of this project, there are no grants available. We need your help. This is a not-for-profit endeavor. Once produced, the French version of Wawate, just like the English version, will be available for elementary and high school students as well as the public, for free.
We are not a melting pot of different people, but a society that draws its strength from people's differences.
We hope that you will help us continue to shine a light on a dark chapter in Canadian history for all Canadians. I must have promised 1,000 times that I would draw words on paper one day when my spirit was right, and tell my kind how bad people were treated, and I just can't believe it's happened.
Should just add, besides wawate.com, it's a 45-minute video that's well worth watching, and you can also find a link on the Reconciliation Canada website. So I'd encourage you to watch it with your families.